Yeah, so as the day progressed, it got a bit clearer. What I see happening here is we've got this. We'll probably have another failed attempt at this high here. Matter of fact, uh, we're close, and then we have like a decline into the post market, and then over the weekend there should be a pretty significant drop with an opportunity to close out in that first half hour right around the open. That translucent yellow is a correlation to the Empress card, which is sideways fluctuating decline that precedes a rally. It's kind of like a Princess of uh, Cups sort of energy. Thematically, it's similar. It's kind of a precarious location because we're kind of like in between on the RSI. Like this looks like a trend to the upside, but we've also touched the high end and we're moving to the downside. Right, that's a 5 minute chart. When you look at a 15-minute chart, again, it's kind of a precarious thing. This is very Mercury retrograde. We didn't hit the bottom of the RSI before turning around and moving back to the top. And so now we're kind of like in between in like a no man's land, which is part of why I've been recommending to get into a partial, to get into a straddle of some kind. I think there's probably a pretty sharp drop starting off of a peak here at the end of the day, a sharp drop into the, or starting here at the end of the day and moving into over the weekend into Monday morning. My computer's bugging out. That's a pretty good indication that we're going to see some volatility. I've noticed, at least in my realm, when there's a lot of technical difficulties, like experiencing like a lot of your own technical difficulties, like Mercury retrograde static, if you will, it's a generally in line with a sharp drop or some strong volatility in the market. People don't look for patterns like that because they don't believe they exist. I understand the fifth dimension more than the average individual, and I understand that those type of patterns do exist. The most powerful patterns are the ones that are in real time. You're in the middle of them. You don't see them because you're in the middle of them and they're swaying you. Hey Joe. Hey B. Like a major crash on you're asking, do I see if we have a stock or a financial major crash in the next couple of years? So like you're talking like multi on like a multi-year chart, would there be a big crash? Yeah, my computer's bugging out. Get ready for some volatility, guys. mean, 2025 is not looking so hot from the standpoint of the multi-year. Um, I think there's probably like a pause in the decline here, and then there's some major lows here in 2027 and 2028. Yeah, so we should be coming up on that end of day high really soon. Like this ruin looks like somewhere between 330 and 345. Guys, my computer is like bugging out. My screen keeps going black. So if I like if the whole screen turns into like one of those like infinite mirror things, it's because my computer just went black again. Come on. Really? Crazy. Alright, it's back on. Sorry about that, guys. That might happen a few times. That's very strange, but it just started happening as I was trying to go live. If you're not in a short position and you're looking for a good entry point, any minute now would be like the pinnacle point at the day. I would expect we go higher than this price level, if only momentarily. Yeah, and that would line up also with the Ace of Cups, which was in a precarious location. But looking at it now, it was opportunity to open up long, close here at the near the close. So if you haven't entered, I just gotta type this into my alerts. My sense is that we still have a little bit higher to go here, but it's not an awful place because I'm not right all the time, guys. It's not an awful place if you're looking for an entry for a short position to get into one. We either decline out of the close or we start declining before the close, but my sense right now is that we probably reached the same high that we just had about an hour ago or so. What time was that at? 1:30, and then we decline from that wherever that price level ends up. But again, you got to be careful. We're very close to the range of that high as it is. Hey, Adriano Cabral, welcome. Will there be any opportunity in Jasmine in the coming days? See, like my keyboard is disconnecting and connecting. Really weird. All this static this is all Mercury retrograde static, and why is it an indication to me that we have volatility in the imminent future? Because what's impacting Mercury retrograde's influence is impacting the present moment in such a way that it's creating static. Hopefully that makes sense. That doesn't just like it's not just like isolated to my one computer. That means it's happening in a lot of other places. All right, so Jasmine in the coming opportunity, and Jasmine in the coming days. Um, I'll answer that in a few minutes, Adriano. I just don't want to miss this this pivot point while I'm looking at something else. Yeah, it was really difficult earlier in the day for me to read the end of day because of all these lows. But once I could see that these lows weren't panning out so much on like a deeper level, they were more so like we're doing sideways rotation, which is the card from the 1 month, the works card, right? But there's like a peak, a near overbought peak that we should sell off from. And the reason why I say get into a call into a straddle is because this ruin here is a little precarious location, but I do think we go lower. It looks like it looks pretty clear on Amazon that we go lower as well. I'm not sure if I have something on Jasmine for. Oh, I do. 2024. Right. Right. I think I put out some shorts for this. Looks like there was an opportunity. Look at the cards here. Early August, we have this like sideways price swing, but there's a pretty notable drop there as well. Looks like that panned out pretty well. Um, it's pretty wild here. Looks like there's probably a month's high, like an August high, towards the end of the month, but there's a lot of volatility, and that high would be an opportunity to open up a short position or close a long position. It's not like the it's really not like the best place to enter. Probably the like the best entry point from here moving forward for like the rest of 2024 is probably going to be the November low. The November low. It looks like 2025 Jasmy goes vertical. Hope that helps, my man. Hey, Robert. Hey, Kenny. Um, it's either going to revisit the August 5th low. So the question is, will SPY go lower than the August 5th low in the next few months? And based on the Mercury retrograde pattern, we'll like either revisit or more likely we'll go lower here around September-ish. Guys, I'm gonna announce a special offer. I forgot to give you guys the coupon code yesterday, so I'm gonna announce that at some point on this live. Um, I also want to point out this is our best deal ever. This isn't the special offer, but it's another special offer. It's just not a coupon code. Right, our total access right now is is half off. That's $500 off every month for the lifetime of the subscription. It's the same price as what the all paid is, 500. So right now it's a steal to get this, and it gives you access to like it gives you he still doesn't put it up. Okay, um, it gives you access to all of the 1 years that we've done. I mean, I keep God, how many 1 years have we done? For 2025. there's 39 that are either completed or in their way to being completed. Almost all of them are completed. There's maybe like 10 that aren't. So you could say 29 1 years. Each of those custom 1 years is like $500 a pop if you order them individually. But with the ultimate subscription, you get access to those and all of the 1 years that come out. We have like 2 or 3 that come out every month at least. Great way to support the channel. And it's our premium subscription, really. It gives you access to everything. I'm going to dig up that coupon code real quick. Yeah, I guess basically just message me. I don't need to give you guys the link like on the live, but message me through the website or on Discord if you're interested in this special offer that we're doing. It's custom 1 years for $1,000. Normally they're $500 each, so it's $500 off. It's 3 different tickers or crypto for 2025. Highly recommend ordering this sooner rather than later if you're looking to do 2025 predictions, because by the time we get to like the end of this year, I'm gonna be so slammed on 1 year readings. It's like crazy. I'm already behind. So, highly recommend it, and it's also a great way to support the channel. We're looking to raise about $500. On the near term, we could really utilize that for a bill that we gotta pay. So anybody that wants to help out there, much appreciation. I'm going to put that link on the Angel Investors Discord as well. You can't navigate to that page through the website. You can only... here we go. This is probably going to take us into the high, I would think. You can only go there by typing the URL into... or typing in the URL and going that way. Yeah, I had a clairvoyant impression come to me while laying the cards for this reading as well. There's the notes on it right there, so that's another indication there's something significant going to take place here on the 12th. that and this unicursal here at the end of the day with the completion card. Right, we had the completion card yesterday, completion card today. What happened yesterday? What happened today? We're basically at the same high. It's the end of a rally. And that would also read true with the nullified full card, which is like it's like it's a really a good opportunity at the high, but it's not like an opportunity that'll pan out on the same day. It's more so for the following trading day, it looks like. Right, and from the Mercury retrograde standpoint, we're following that pattern pretty solid thus far. Look, I mean, it started here, right? Following it pretty good. I think we're probably in this like sidewaysy behavior now, but remember, weekends can really throw the pattern like slightly out of whack. How does the price of copper look at the end of the summer in relation to now? Looks like we're higher by the end of September. We should be higher in copper significantly, and then it looks like there's more decline in October. I wouldn't consider that really significantly. Somewhere around here, probably. And matter of fact, I don't want to start putting ellipses on in the middle of retrograde. But it looks like it's probably going to be higher in the end of September or some point in September. Yeah, if you haven't entered into a short, guys, I would definitely get into a short. Like, I wouldn't wait till the close here. Any last questions before I roll, guys? Um, so just want to let everybody know we've now got a 7-day free trial on the alerts. which like they're super helpful, super helpful. We've been doing pretty solid. Even on the days where like we're a little off, generally the following day we're like, you know, it comes, we end up being right, if that makes sense. And you get the alerts here, Discord alerts. Click here to order. They're $75 a month. And it's real time Discord trade alerts. Whenever I see a good trade, you can get stock and index or crypto. And again, there's a 7-day free trial. Yeah, I think we're probably a day, like we're probably a day behind in real time as far as the prediction. Like sometimes it's plus or minus a day off. Well, I think we're actually on point. We're on the right day, but this drop here at the end of the day is probably going to end up being over the weekend. I'm looking at Amazon. So annoying. Let's make sure I'm looking at the right one. Yeah, but I think I'd probably want to be in a short if I haven't hopped in one yet. I'd want to be in a short. If you want to play it really safe, best bet is to be in a short and a long. But make sure that your long, the strategy to exit the long is out past the 13th or the 14th. That way, if we do go lower and the long depreciates, like it'll still end up being profitable come the 13th or the 14th. So it's kind of like a backup if we're wrong for being short. And the reason why I suggest doing that is because the overall trend right now is on the Mercury retrograde strategy is to the upside. And this trend, I mean, look, I drew this on like the day of the pivot, right? Right? So we may have a good drop, but sometimes when you have like an overarching trend like this, the drop comes after like a big move to the upside. Then the drop comes, and you end up still higher. You know what I mean? So like if we gap up instead of down, you'll be happy you got that call. And if we gap down like we expect, the call will depreciate, but the put you'll sell, and you can even buy another call at that point. And either way, that call will then become profitable later on in the week. So that's how I utilize the sequence of chart events to hedge myself. Hey, it was luck. Do you mean in the remainder of 2024? Will SPY exceed all-time highs at any point at any time in the remainder? You said 2025, and I'm guessing you mean 2024, since it's the remainder. Um, I mean, there's a couple of places where we may have a high. But this reading was done so long ago, you know. Um, yeah, we probably have a high in October, and being that it's the abundance card, it could be a new all-time high. If it is, it'll be like a false breakout, and then we come back down. And then Bitcoin on August 5th, will there be lower lows in August and September? Where's my Bitcoin? Did I close it? I guess I closed it. Why is that so loud? Yeah, August was a tough read for Bitcoin. Like I've been telling people, hard to say from the reading if they're going to be lower or sideways. We'll see the low again. It could be it could be the same low, or let's see. Yeah, I think we probably see a lower low in August. It's either the same low or a lower one. And then we probably revisit the low in September. These lows would be pretty big buy opportunities, though. I mean, that almost came right back down to the lowest lows like we expected. So I think there's probably lower to go. It might just be like a spike kind of to the downside like this. So with Bitcoin, likely we're going lower. Um, but there's like a low and a high significator here. So like if we ended up seeing a high here, don't get scared and chase it, because then we have lows afterwards. So either way, there's going to be lows here. UPST next week. All right, that's why I copy it, so I have all my indicators. Nice move. UPST for next week. Significantly to the downside. Probably part of a like more than just you, like at least a sector decline at least. It looks like the low for the week is probably on Wednesday or Friday, or Friday, I should say. The high for the week is probably on Monday. Can I guide on Apple and AVGO? Oh wow, that looks like a dead cat bounce almost. Yikes. Apple, we have a 1 month coming out for Apple in September. It's one of the customs that's coming out in September. And you'd have access to the paid version of that with this subscription here. The all paid, which is all monthlies. I should say all monthlies, not all paid, all monthlies. And that gets you access to all of those. All right, Apple next week. Sideways rotation that ends with a fast sudden move higher. It looks like the low for the week is probably on Monday. The high for the week is probably on Friday, either Wednesday or Friday. And then AVGO. I'm getting sideways rotation for this one too. Following kind of a similar pattern to Apple, probably a high on Wednesday and or Friday, and probably the low for the week on Monday. All right, guys, with that said, I'm going to roll. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel and watching. Make sure to follow through on that rule of karma. Super important. Channel is counting on you guys, and we're not out of hot water just yet. We're on our way, but we're not there yet, guys. So make sure you follow through. Much love and appreciation to all my angel investors. Blessings.